It's Christmas time.
One of the biggest charity songs of all time, Band Aid has raised millions since 1984. Now the BBC has admitted claims that some of that cash was being used to buy weapons and not fight famine in Ethiopia should never have been broadcast.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
It first ran on the World Service Assignment Programme, looking at the way that aid was spent in the 1980s. They claimed that rebel groups were siphoning off millions of pounds just to buy arms. As it was then repeated on other parts of the BBC, the allegations began to pinpoint Band Aid and Live Aid. The Band Aid Trust say that in May they were told by the BBC's Director General that the programme was robust and excellent journalism. But an investigation found that there was no evidence to back up the claims that were made. And that's what's forced the BBC to make this apology and admit that the programme was misleading and untrue.
That's essentially all the BBC can do. I'm sure there'll be other journalists, not just in the BBC, but in any news organisation, who will look at the original programme, look at the allegations that were made and say, well, they ought to have been more careful.
They've also said sorry to Bob Geldof. In a statement, he said the BBC's misleading and unfair coverage had the potential to be extremely damaging to public faith, not only in Band Aid, but also other charitable campaigns and people's willingness to donate their cash to disaster funds. Bob Geldof says it was pictures of Ethiopia on the BBC that made him set up Band Aid so quickly. Now the charity want to know why it took them so long to say sorry. Rhiannon Mills, Sky News.